Luke, swing analysis time. Let's take a look at a couple of things. First of all, let's start down here with your feet. Get a decent base. Let's take a look where your feet are in relationship to your shoulders. And not bad. Probably could get a little bit wider if you compare sort of a ratio between shoulder width and length. Now remember, Joe's a pretty tall guy, so that might be a little bit different. But one of the things you can notice is look how turned you are in the box. That's a real closed stance. Now being closed is decent. Joe's actually a little bit closed too, but you might be a little bit too closed. That might stick you a little bit. And look at the direction of your back foot. That's almost open also. So we're going to try to squirrel you around in the box just a little bit. Now let's take a look as our hands get into the hitting zone here. We're going to get set for the pitch. And there's as you load. Joe's hands are just over the back edge of his foot. This is the widest range you want to be. Your hands are quite a bit farther behind your feet. And that's really not a good thing there. So again, moving your feet a little bit wider is going to help you with that balance. Bat angle and that kind of stuff is pretty good. I like to keep a little bit of an elbow bend here, so not too bad. Both eyes are on the pitcher, which is good too. As we step into the pitch, take a look at where your hands and your bat go. You start from here, and as you go get the pitch, your hands go right down. So you're really starting to work on an upward level swing, and that's a little bit different than we'd like to try to see. We want to try to work on down to the baseball so we can drive some line drives and some ground balls. As you can see, Joe's going to go get that outside pitch too. As he goes to get it, his hands work on a nice straight plane down to the baseball and through. Now there we are at full extension. Joe's got a nice little C working here. If you take a look at his helmet all the way to the back of his foot. And look at that reverse C too. You are really getting into it. If you notice though, this foot has not squished the bug, as they say. See where he has turned it over and he's going to start resting back on it? Yours hasn't completely turned. That means your back hip is still a little stuck in your swing. Straight front leg, that's awesome. But when you stepped into and onto the plate. So you're close and you're getting even closer to the plate. Technically, when you make contact and touch the plate, you'd be out. I don't know if many umpires are going to catch that at all or not. So if we can get you lined up a little bit better, a little bit wider to start with, work on squishing the bug so we can get this right hip into the swing, and then your arms and hands are pretty good for extension. Boom! Notice where you're hitting the baseball bat, or baseball on the bat, and then there's your pop for extension. So that's pretty good right there. That's pretty strong. Good solid extension, just like Joe's got here. And now this is the last piece we'll work on. Watch where you stop, right there, boom. Now your body's stuck is because your back hip hasn't come through. This is going to hurt your back after a while. So if you squish the bug, your hips and hands and arms are going to be able to finish strong and long. You, my man, are taking something going 100 miles an hour and slamming the brakes on it. That's going to hurt after a while. Look how fast your bat stops. Wham! It's like you almost hit a wall right there. Take a look at it again. Boom. Here it comes, ready. Step in, swing, 100 miles an hour. Stop! Ouch. We want to make sure we get nice and long and finish strong. All right, Luke, there's your swing.